Verstappen, you are the world champion! The world champion!
EA Sports. It's in the game.
And it's lights out and away we go. Good evening everyone and welcome. It is round 2, Saudi Arabia for the F1 Pro season. It's the 20th of the 2nd, 2022 and tonight is going to be an amazing night. That's right, we're at Jeddah. We're under the lights. The pros will be taking to the track under the night circumstances, unlike we saw at the Academy on Monday where they took it on in the daytime. Jeddah is going to open up. It's the first time we've seen it in the calendar for the split second boys and of course for our pros who are in their first season. So let's see what they can do on the track tonight. Talking about the track, let's take a look at it. It is the biggest track they're going to see this season as a not racing Spa at 6.1 kilometers long. It's also got 3 DRS zones. The speed trap's down in turn 27, which is the last turn as there's 27 turns. It's also 4.1 meters elevation. To take a look at some of the action zones here, turn 1 with the Academy, we saw a lot of passing opportunities and passes there in turn 1, and in turn 2 as an action zone we saw a few accidents actually come from that, and a lot of 3 wide moments that put the hearts in the fans' mouths. Turn 13 saw a lot of passing opportunity in the Academy racing, and we also saw a lot of setting up for those DRS zones along that back straight area. So Jeddah tonight under the lights. The tyre conditions are going to be interesting. What will hold out is the C4, C3, C2 compounds. The hard is going to last the longest, but of course the red band of the soft will be the fastest. We saw the medium as a favourite tyre and the softs. We didn't see the hards coming into play with the Academy, but will we see them tonight? Let's take a look at the calendar for this season for the split second, both running parallel, the Academy and the pros this season. In round 1 we saw Darkness take the win because Rip ended up with a penalty and ended up back into third because of Tomo. Who will win tonight? Will Tomo and the Silver Ferns bounce back after a poor performance in round 1? And next week, let's see the rivals race. Who will be taking on the Graveyard and surviving it? Round 4, we're going to head to Hungary, and the boys are talking about round 5 as well, as that's going to be at the new Imola track that we have not seen in the split second calendar. At round 6, the halfway point of the season will be Singapore, and that street circuit's been around since split second has started, and it definitely brings on the challenges. Austria, the driver's favourite, it had to stay in round 7, and then we'll head off to another street circuit in Azerbaijan, which will start the triple header, where we'll end off in Mexico in round 9, and finish up north of the border in Canada in round 10. We'll head off to an Easter break after Canada, and coming back for the final 2 rounds of the season will be at round 11 in Great Britain at Silverstone. A lot of the drivers talking that one up. And round 12 will finish at Brazil. The boys definitely are happy with that. You'll catch it all live on Split Second Media on our Discord, Facebook, Twitch and YouTube, and it's brought to you live by Split Second Gaming. Alright, let's take a look at the pros table after last week. Again, Darkness going to first after Rip receiving that penalty, 10-second penalty after the collision with Tomo. Tomo ended up out of the race with no points, and all the Silver Ferns getting no points. But Darkness goes to the top of the table with 2-5 right behind him, and Rip dropped down to third. Broseph picks up fourth, and Jay in at fifth. Caleb in at sixth, and Ty Star in at seventh. Mod Murder got eighth, with White Chocolate in at ninth there, and the top 10 rounded out. Now the Titans are on top of the table for the Pro Series with 47 points. The Team Marathon Racing are on 22, followed by a close 18 by the Mustangs. Phoenix not having too bad of a round, picking up 15 points, but the Silver Ferns out for redemption tonight, and the rumour mill is telling us that they're only going to be taking with 2 drivers, and they did not pick up a point last week. What can they do tonight in 2 drivers? They're really putting a challenge to the early start of this season. As you can see, the standings from including Monday night's race for Academy, Phoenix are on top with Southern Cross Academy. The partnership of Southern Cross, of course, is the Pro Team Titans Racing, and they are looking strong. 3 points behind the Phoenix. The Phoenix are leading overall there in the orange category. Mustangs sitting in third, Titans in second, Silver Ferns in fourth, and Marathon not too far behind, third and fourth there by 8 points. So a lot to happen tonight. Let's take a look at the Phoenix lineup. Caleb, the team owner and captain, will lead out White Chocolate. Modern Murder and Brainy, all rookies. We've had that team submitted for us. They're out to build that lead on the overall table and the pro table tonight. Caleb and White Chocolate looked very strong last week, and veteran Brainy is only a rookie because he hasn't raced in 5 races since season 2. So he is more than just a rookie. He is the tip rookie of the year if he can get on par with his driving. Let's take a look at Team C. Broseph, the team owner and captain, will lead out the familiar Jay and Paddy, and alongside them joins rookie Santa. He's going to be looking for a great race tonight. Bit difficult one last week for him, but again, they're under the lights again, and they're on a street circuit this time. Santa's been seen performing pretty well on this track in the past practice sessions, so watch out for him tonight in qualifying. He could set a real good time along with Paddy. Broseph, this isn't one of his strongest tracks, but he does enjoy it. The Mustangs have only submitted 2 drivers. We're waiting on the final 2 drivers to show up tonight. We're not sure who it will be. But 2-5 sitting in second at the moment. He's a rookie along with Mr. Banana Bender. He's going to be out there trying to get a good run as well. So a couple of dropouts this week due to job or even COVID reasons. So let's keep a close eye out on them, and SJ will for sure keep an update on what's going on with his team. The Silver Ferns, they're having a struggle tonight. As we said, 2 races tonight. Volts and Shaq are out. Volts might show up. We're not sure yet. We're waiting on the rookie Volts to show up. We'll find out. Boy Racer and Tomo, the team owner and captain, will be out there to get as maximum points as they picked up 0 last week. In regards to the Mustangs that we just talked about, SJ did submit the teams for us today, but it was before we were able to make the graphics for this. So he has submitted a full team of 4. Just so you are aware, the Mustangs will have a team of 4. The Titans, Rip's the team captain, and alongside him will be Kiwi. His teammate Darkness, the rookie, he did take the win last week after Rip's unfortunate penalty. And of course the rookie Ty Star, he'll be joining them as well. Keep an eye out for Ty Star and Kiwi. They're out for redemption this week. Not finishing right up the top where they wanted last week and struggled, but they still managed to get points. Darkness, of course, winning last week as Rip did win the race and moved on. But let's go now to the message of We Riders 1 and the national anthem of Saudi Arabia. We Riders 1 is brought to you by Split Second Gaming and Split Second Media. We Riders 1 is dedicated to all who suffer with mental health in all walks of life. If you or someone you may be worried about could possibly be at harm for suicide, please call Lifeline on 13 11 14. You are not alone.
We ride as one.
We ride as one.
We ride as one.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
1 in 5 Australian adults have a chronic mental illness.
1 in 4 New Zealand adults are at risk of struggling with mental health.
Unfortunately, Australia and New Zealand mental health statistics have severely worsened through the pandemic.
We ride as one to create support,
Compassion.
Love,
Understanding,
And care to all who suffer in silence.
because when we boil it all down,
we recognise that everyone is you, just living a different life.
we now have breakthrough therapies.
For treatment of mental illness,
expediting their research and development.
Reconnection is just around the chicane.
We
We ride.
We ride.
we ride.
We ride as one.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Split Second Gaming. I'm your host, Sinner Phoenix. I hope this is coming through. It's showing me that the mic volumes are coming through, so I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you're watching, if the volumes are coming through. I haven't got anything to refer back to at the moment, so just let me know if we've got volume. Now, we are going to head straight to the track pretty much. No pre-show because the boys are already on track. They've already started. A couple of the guys are out on outlaps right now, so you haven't missed anything. Again, for the pros, guys, it is a full qualifying session, so 18 minutes, 15 minutes, 12 minutes, and we lose 5 drivers per run. Then we'll jump straight into the race, followed by, thanks SJ, thanks for that, and then followed by the race and the podium interviews. Now tonight, joining us is the one and only No Bags from the Academy. He's going to join us for commentary tonight, so welcome him. He's going to come through and help us with the commentary tonight, spot things that I may miss, and he'll throw out a few facts there and all that. And also tonight, he will be the guest person asking the interviews tonight, so enjoy that as he'll be doing the podium interviews. The boys, there's no one on a hot lap yet, but we are going to go to the track. So the voices tonight you're going to hear in commentary is myself, Sinner Phoenix, and alongside me will be No Bags. So enjoy tonight's qualifying and race. We are live for round 2 here at Saudi Arabia for the F1 Pro season. Let's head on down to the track. They're under the lights tonight, so temperatures will be different to what we saw on Monday, and there is no rain coming or forecast as far as we're aware. It should be a hot night. Those tyres are going to be put to the test under the heat, and those lights are going to make the track greasy. So let's see what these pros can do. And also, there is 19 competitors tonight. There is only one driver out for the Silver Ferns tonight, as Shaq has retired from the season. So, and he's only done that today. So the Silver Ferns are left short. Excuse me. Volts has been able to show up, so the Silver Ferns with the late notice will be running one short. Let's head to the track now, and we will be riding along with J-Bay, all right, for the TMC. A shout out to Timmy and SJ, DRW Hoons, Lucky 96, Caleb, Fang, and TJS F1. Shout out to all you guys for joining us tonight. If you want to shout out, just message us. Let's go. Let's just go. Here we go. So we've got flags in the sector. So Broseph, that's 2 weeks in a row, I believe. I think for Broseph, or two TMC cars, I think. It might have been one of the split second cars on Monday. But anyway. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. Alongside me is No Bags. No Bags, feel free to say hello to all the boys and girls out there watching from home. So No Bags will be joining us tonight with the statistics and the side commentary. He'll also pick up on things that I may be missing as he is watching the race as well live with us. So we're here with Jay at the moment. He just set a 1 minute 40, so about 10 seconds off the pace. But let's see who we can find. Rip and Paddy are in. We've got to bring up those maps. That's what I've got to do. We don't want the talent. We want the lap data and the track map. Let's see what we've got here. We're going to also run the fastest lap with the best tyre. So all the guys are out on softs at the moment, as you can see. We've got a yellow sector. Is that a red car spun? So Brainy, the veteran rookie. There he is there. So we'll get the view counter up there for you guys tonight. And don't forget too, we'll be rolling through a few of our different things. So the show and all our details of where you can find us on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. And we've got a flag in Sector 3. It's Brainy and the cars in front of him. So right now, Formula is up in first at the moment. This is qualifying 1. We've still got rounds 2 and 3. We lose 5 each session. In this case, we're only going to lose 4 or 3 now. Broseph will not go through to the next round. So the 4 at the bottom, so 16th, 17th, 18th, will not make it through to round 2 of qualifying, and they will lock in those spots as Brainy is pulling into the pits. Let's see who we got. Have you got anything there? I've got Ty Star on a hot lap. Let's go with him. Alright, well Ty Star here as he comes around that infamous 27 turn. We saw a lot of trouble for the Academy there. And as he runs over that line, he's going to have to watch it. We saw a lot of penalties get put on Academy on Monday night with that. I think you copped that a fair bit, didn't you, No Bags, on that pit entry line, just getting a little bit over it, picking up that the warnings and the 3 seconds on that one? Bananas hit the wall. Oh, he's battling with his own teammate here. It looks like it's not TJ. It's either 2-5 or Formula. Either the two of them are battling each other right now in qualifying, which cannot be making their owner, SJ, too happy there, I'd imagine. What are your thoughts about that? And Banana Bender goes to 6th. Is that a black car in the wall? I got a slow down session there. Mustang fighting Thoughts SJ. His mic volume is too low, can't hear him. Alright, can you turn up your mic, please? Fans are asking you, No Bags, to turn up your mic if you can, please. I'm going to turn down the PlayStation volume. Hopefully that will then allow your mic to come through a bit better. If we do that, that might get your mic through a bit better there, No Bags. Change some adjustments on those levels.
It seems fine on this one, so...
Yeah.
Do you have me personally turned down?
No, I just checked. You're on 200. Alright, here we go. We're with Tomo. We're with Tomo in Sector 3 here. He's at a 130 at the moment, so he's not going to be looking at anywhere. He'll probably be down around 12th. He might get ahead of Jay if he completes the lap, but he's sitting in 5th at the moment, so it won't matter. The lap's a dead lap, and he's going to pull that into the pits. Let's see who else is out there. Who else can you see? We've got a slow sector there on a red car. White chocolate it was, I believe. Coming around turn 13. So a lot of action there on turn 13 and through these S's we saw, especially this turn here. Saw a lot of action, a lot of penalties come this way, and that wall is almost the same as the Wall of Champions, I'd call, in Canada, just not as bad. The Wall of Champions, but on this track, I don't know about you, No Bags, I definitely have to say that exit wall on turn 27 would have to be the equivalent of Canada's Wall of Champions. We saw it. Rip's just gone second. Thanks for spotting that. So we just, yeah. I want to find someone about to start a lap so we can give the viewers a ride on lap. As this is going to be a pit-in lap for White Chocolate there. Can we see anyone? Oh, Ty Star's coming up the main straight now. Will he pit that? He's going to pit that. And we've got Jay. He's on the slowest lap recorded at the moment. Alan Senna's, oh, here we go. He's crossed the line and he'll move just in front of Jay. So a tough run here. 2.5. Yep, 2.5's on his lap right now. And Darkness is still sitting in the pits with 8 minutes to go to set a time. Darkness and, oh, there you go. 2.5 up into 4th. J-Bay's done a purple sector 2. Here we go. We're on him. He's coming down into turn 27. This is where we saw all the carnage from the Academy action happen, and it's definitely where the issues have come from for the Academy during the stewards, and Jay will go to 8th. Crone Dog with comments, Mustangs are looking good. So... SJ's just reported they weren't battling before those 2 Mustangs we saw. They weren't battling. They were slipstreaming each other, apparently. Coordinated slipstreaming. So, it wasn't a battle. They weren't tussling. It actually was a coordinated thing. Now, Darkness is on an out lap. And we'll keep an eye on that green dot because we will go for a ride with last week's winner. Oh, and that's Crazy Kiwi. Is that a crash out? Or is he retired? It's a retire. It's just a retire. No, we've got Broseph out. I just saw yellow sector and then I saw retired, but I just realised Kiwi was in the pits and he's retired from the pits. Alright, Darkness, where is he here? He's going around 13. He's on his out lap. We'll come back to him. We'll keep an eye on that. And TFS, he's just started. He's going for it. 2.5 moves to the top with the fastest lap. He's on the softs with a 1:28.416. Behind him is his teammate Formula. Rip is in 3rd. Volt's in 4th. Kiwi has retired the car, not wanting to use up too many tyres. I think he learnt from last week because it really cost him in that Q1 using a lot. And there you go. TJS has just gotten purple sector 1 as he goes into sector 2. And Darkness is still on his out lap as he's going down and around turn 27 at the moment. So we were going to give you a ride along, but right now TJS is looking hot. So we'll stay with him at the moment as he comes through this second sector. He is looking strong, and we will go straight to Darkness in a minute. We'll get on board. He starts his lap now, Darkness does. We'll get No Bags to update us on how Darkness is doing through the lap. He can run us through each sector split. Lucky, thank you very much for the follow on Twitch, along with TJSF for tonight's 2 follows. He takes that last turn nicely. We've got a slow sector there in sector 3 for some reason. And here he goes across the line. Where's he going to go? He goes the fastest. The Mustangs, 1, 2, 3 so far. That was a very nice lap. A 1, 2, 3 at the moment for the Mustangs. SJ will be sitting at home hoping they can do this and get all the way to Q3 and pull this off. But remember, Q2, whatever tyres they get the fastest lap on, they have to start on. So their strategies will be interesting. Will we see all 4 of them make it through? Will they split the strategy? Drivers at risk at the moment as Darkness is on his lap to set a time. Drivers at the moment, right now, in 18th, 17th, 16th, are at risk of not going to Q2 is Paddy, Alan Santa, and Darkness. Now, we're watching Darkness go through. He is looking strong here in 18th, but can he get there? He's going to come down to the infamous turn 27, where we've all come to love this turn. It's where the action was last Monday night. He takes that beautifully. And he moves himself into 11th. So the pressure's not right here at the moment. They just got to beat 15th as long as they're out. And Ty Star, he goes to 9th. So I'm hearing you. I'm trying to flick to them as they come through. All right. Yeah, I've got Boy Racer right now. He's set a purple sector 2. Modern Murder's retired and he's in 16th. He will not go any further now. Is that an accident or a retirement? It's just a retirement. He's not DNF'd. The good thing about this too is you can check the steward log as well and check if people have logged out or not. Yes. So the race control. So now Broseph unfortunately copped the disqualification glitch where you spin right at the start as we were joining. So for those who follow Broseph, unfortunately he's received the disqualification glitch. We've recognised it as a glitch. It won't go to the stewards. It is recognised as a glitch. Unfortunately he'll have to start in last place, as Boy Racer is sitting in 6th there as he continues on with second sector. Let's see where Volts is at, because he did manage to split those Mustangs. He's in 3rd. So he's definitely on an in-lap now by the looks of it. I don't think he's pushing it. So we've got yellow flags for Sector 2 and 3. Can you see what's going on there, or is it just slow cars? Alright, so have we got anyone going fast that could possibly cop this traffic? Santa is definitely on an outlap. Let's see, Paddy, he's on a flyer. Paddy's up almost a second on his time. That'll take him to around the 29s. That might be enough to save him. He's got to get faster than Brainy. Brainy's the driver at risk here. So Modern Murder and Broseph are definitely out and will not make it to Q2, sorry. As we watch Paddy here, he was almost a second up in Sector 2. What's he going to do in Sector 3? Will he go up? Will he go up? He does go up. He's up into 11th, and Brainy now is out. And he's sitting in the pits with 2 minutes to go. I would say Brainy is out. Oh no, he's out. He's definitely out of the pits now. He's going to try and sneak a lap in. He's going to have to punch it. Darkness has retired. He's feeling confident in 13th. The driver that won last week. Formula is retired. They're trying to save the tyres now, the drivers, with 2 minutes to go. If they're not going to get a lap in, 2.5's retiring. So all the guys up the top that are feeling definitely safe are retiring. Alan Sanders, the only one who can probably pop in a lap here and knock Caleb out. Now, Caleb at the moment is sitting on the cusp of being eliminated on an outlap. Let's actually go for a ride with him. Let's jump on board. We'll stay with the graphics this week. Last week we went with the graphics off. As he starts his lap, let's see how he goes. This is turn 1. A lot of good passing opportunities we saw coming into this as the DRS gets activated and they move really hard. Rip is retired. Rip is definitely going to be in a safe position, you would think, in 5th. As he comes down here, we saw a lot of action through these sections here as well. They come under the bridge and it sweeps to the left before a hard right. You want to get this right, ride the ripple strips, and then into the sweeper here. A lot of penalties picked up for overusage of those curves. They'll come flying down out of turn 12 into turn 13 here, the big hairpin at the southern end of the track, before heading back up with the C on the right hand side of this car all the way down here, much like similar to the Gold Coast track, I would put it. You know, the walls are close and all that, similar to the V8 Supercar Gold Coast track, as that's just a slow car section. There is no accidents. So here we go. He's going to come through now. It's one of the Southern Cross cars, the Titan cars. So, and Volts is retired as well. So a lot of the drivers up the top feeling confident they're going to go through to the next round. Those yellow flags are stopping us from seeing exactly how much time's left in the session. But here we come into turn 27. This is the turn that got a lot of the drivers last week trying to do wheel to wheel. And just think, coming down here is the big DRS zone. If you set it up just right, you will make it down past them before turn 1. There you go. The checkered flags are out. Caleb saves himself and up into 10th at the moment. Only 2 drivers that can really do some damage here is Alan Santa and Brainy. They're the 2 that are out. Bender is on the cusp of being eliminated. Modern Murder will be out and starting in 18th. So that will be interesting. He retired the car thinking he was safe in 15th, and as soon as he retired it dropped to 16th and can't get back out there, so to redeem himself. But Alan Santa, as he comes across the line, he's in 16th. It's not going to be enough to save himself. He will be out, but can Brainy push it up now? Will Brainy be able to save himself, and can Mr. Bender, or Banana Bender, be able to save himself as well, as he's on a hot lap too? So the question will be, who will it be? Because Darkness is at risk. If Brainy pushes up and Bender pushes up, Darkness will be eliminated here. So, as you can see, the checkered flags. So Bender is definitely not approved. You heard from No Bags there. This should be interesting here. He was looking okay. He's at 24 seconds. This is going to be a strong chance here of getting a 29. He'll be close. And he does a 29, moves him into 14th. Darkness sits on the cups. Bender is at risk, or is out at the moment, with Alan Santa in 17th. The question will be, can he get past Darkness? He does! Darkness and Brainy drop! Darkness's lap has been pushed down. He's in 16th and Brainy in 15th with no one else left to run and Ty-Star in the pits. That was huge. No Bags, what are your thoughts there?
Yeah, he just pulled that last sector out of nowhere.
It was definitely his best. Definitely his best.
Plus 300.
So just a quick recap. The drivers we lose. In 16th is Darkness. He'll be starting in 16th. In 17th is Alan Senna. And in 18th is Modern Murder. And in 19th is Broseph, the team owner and captain who copped the disqualification glitch. It was just a glitch. He won't get penalised or punished for it. He just has to cop it and start at the back of the grid. But wow, what a final lap by Banana Bender. I think that could be a highlight for next week. What do you think, No Bags? No Bags. Yeah, he was definitely having a drink there or something, No Bags, trying to have a voice break. All good, all good. So yeah, Alan Senna and Darkness, not ones we would expect at the bottom there. What are your thoughts about the bottom four that have been knocked out? Did you definitely expect that?
Well, Darkness only put one lap in, so I don't really understand what happened.
Do you think this could be a tactic thing maybe? Or do you think he just thought he was well enough up the table there? Because he did drop from about 9th or 10th there.
Yeah, everyone just improved, but he wasn't there to do anything about it.
Well,
It's a weird tactic, to be honest.
well, we'll see what he does with the race. So, left to qualify. Starting at the top, we've got Jay, Volts, Rip, Paddy, Ty-Star, 2-5, Tomo, Boy Racer, Formula, TJS, the new driver for the Mustangs. Mr. Banana Bender with that beautiful lap. Crazy Kiwi, White Chocolate, Caleb, and Brainy. So, all teams pretty much with 3 drivers in this this round, except for the Mustangs, who have got a full collaboration of the team. An absolute... Yeah, so absolutely an interesting run. Brainy's out. Let's jump on with Brainy here, as he will be looking to make sure he makes that top 10 for the shootout here. Top 10 drivers go through to qualifying 3. Just remember that. But for the Phoenix, there's White Chocolate, Caleb, and Brainy. They've got 15 minutes now. For the Titans, it's Rip, Ty-Star, and Kiwi. For the TMC boys, or the Marathon Racing, they got Jay and Paddy, just the 2. For the Silver Ferns, Volts, Tomo, and Boy Racer. So technically the whole team tonight have made it so far, and are all sitting up in the top 10. So watch them in this section. And then, of course, the 4 Mustangs who are out for blood, 2-5. Formula, TJS, and Mr. Banana Bender, who set that a perler last sector. I think if we even go to the race director there, it might even be a case of the fastest sector, last sector, maybe, if we can bring that information up. I'm not sure. But yeah, what a lap. So we'll stay with Brainy because he'll be the first to set a lap. Let's go riding on board with him. Now, I think we've done this with 2 Phoenix cars tonight, but let's just do it anyway. And our veteran rookie Brainy starts his first attempt here in qualifying 2. Just remember too, whatever tyres they do set up on, their best tire, whatever they set their best time on, is what they have to start the race in. And the tyres will be as old as they use on the track. So if they do 4 laps on the track and set the fastest lap on that set, they have to start on 4 lap old tyres. So you've got anything for us, No Bags? All good, all good. Alright, so we've got a couple of slow cars heading on. We've got a couple on the fast laps now with Kiwi and Bender. And of course Brainy, who we're on board with here. And as you can see, this track, it just seems to have its own gravity towards certain parts of it. And the car just naturally, with the driving line, tries to take it. Now, it is the fastest street circuit on the calendar in the real F1. We saw that last season. We saw the epic battles in the DRS zones. Very much made to be a to and from race. As we go around here through the, I like to call it the corkscrew, and up and around into what will be one of the DRS zones where they get to pump as hard as they can and set up for turn 27. And then, of course, they come around turn 27, usually side by side, as we saw with the Academy boys. And as you can see, he got suckered out, almost hits the wall, Brainy, but controls that beautifully, as he's going to try and get himself a nice little setup lap here. It's going to be over the 130, which we saw was not enough for top 10 but that is a lap with Brainy at the moment. Of course, it's going to be purple sector because it's the only one to set a lap so far as the car comes out of the pits there. It's a Silver Fern. Here's Rip at the moment. He's in sector 3. Let's see what kind of lap he sits. Brainy will hold the top until we get a couple people across the line, but I can imagine a minute 30 is just not going to be enough. He's going to probably have to doing another lap there to set a time around the 129, 128. And there you go. There's a 129 straight up off Rip the Beans, and followed by Key's teammate Kiwi with a 129. So yeah, your thoughts there, No Bags, on how much work they're going to have to put in? He must be still setting up that mic there. So we'll see what happens, but a couple of the boys are moving around now. Rip goes to the top. White Chocolate in at second. Crazy Kiwi in at third. Brainy in at fourth. Ty-Star in at fifth. So far, the Phoenix and the Titans all lining up. Caleb yet to set a time for the Phoenix. We're riding with him at the moment. Ty-Star has retired. He's in 10th. He's retired with a time of 1:30. So he's in 10th. I don't know whether he's retired because of tyres or if there's been an accident. I can't see anything on track. Oh no, there you go. There's something on track there in that sector 1. It looks like he's had a spin and hit the wall. I think that's a DNF. So he'll go straight to the bottom. He'll go straight to the bottom of the top 10 because he has a set time. But if anyone can beat it, then he will drop out of the top 10. But if no one can beat it, then he will go through the top 10 and only 9 will have a shootout and he will qualify in 10th. So Brainy just coming off the track there trying to give way. But yeah, so Ty-Star is definitely a DNF there. So he will be... sorry?
I said, yeah, DNF, yeah.
Yeah, so Ty-Star is definitely DNF'd. So it'll be interesting to see whether he holds 10th position with that time or whether he ends up outside the 10. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens there. Now, the four that were eliminated, I just missed that. We had Broseph with the disqualification in 19th, and we had Modern Murder in 18th. Darkness Abyss ended up in 16th, but I forgot to write down who was 17th there. Do you remember who that was? All good. It's all good. It would have been. I think it might have been one of the. Orange cars. The fourth member, not Broseph, but the other. Alan Sander is who it was. So yeah. So if you're just joining us, Q1, we saw the elimination of Darkness in 16th, Alan Sander in 17th. Modern Murder goes to 18th, and of course the unfortunate disqualification glitch in at Broseph with in 19th. We had 19th start tonight. Tomo goes to the top with a 128.288. So a great lap there for him. Remember, top 10 go through. Bottom 10, the bottom 5 will be eliminated, and will start in those positions. Mind you, the bottom 5 will have an advantage of picking whatever tyre they want, whereas anyone here that made the top 10 have to qualify on that set of tyres. They got the fastest lap on here. They'll have to race on those qualified tyres. So, for example, Rips on 2 lap old mediums. Crazy Kiwis coming out on 1 lap old mediums already. So by the time he gets a hot lap, they'll be 3 lap old mediums. By the time he gets the car in, they'll be 4 lap old mediums. So he'll have to start on 4 lap old mediums if he sets a faster time on those tyres. So the strategies are starting to show. No Bags, why don't you just run us through your strategy while we go here with a little bit of a run let's go with Jay. Just give us a little bit of your strategy from last week. Like, we know it was a little bit of a complicated one here at Jeddah because the race didn't go your way, but in an all-in-all perfect race tonight being under the lights, how would you strategize your race tonight with your tyres? Tystar's Formula is. Let's jump on with Formula. So apparently he's on a good run here. So you reckon a 2-stop strategy tonight, or are we looking at a 1-stop?
I'd probably go with one. I reckon the mediums would hold out, but if there's a...
And there you go. Formula goes to the top of the table there. The Mustang's looking very strong on this street circuit tonight. Talking about that, in consideration with that, with the strategy tonight, do you think that's a very familiar one to the street circuits? Like trying to start on the medium and then depending on the safety car situations and all that, maybe working on strategies with like a couple of like with all the street circuits. Do you think that's the way of going, like working from a medium to a hard? Tim Davis, let us know exactly what you can't hear, mate. No sound for the other person. Alright. Yeah, the question is, can they hear you at home? I can't hear my other commentator. Okay, let's test that. Can you hear him now? I'm trying with these levels. I'm trying to drop the PlayStation levels here and move up. No bags. What about with this try? Like this triple header of later in the season of street circuits. How do you feel about that? Of course, Mexico, Canada, and was Azerbaijan, Mexico, Canada. How do you feel about that on the calendar? Yeah, well, Azerbaijan's definitely one of the toughest, tightest street circuits, as people know. Like a lot of people hate being behind me if I can get in front of them because of the defending. Yeah. So apparently, especially on YouTube, No Bags, you are very quiet. So I've definitely maxed out the sound on the desktop and maxed out all volumes. So I'm not sure exactly what we can do there. Are you on 200 on your volume on your Discord? Oh, Caleb's retired. Has he retired or did he crash? As we ride with 2.5, who's out at the moment. Volt's still yet to set a time. Alright, so he retired in the pits. Thanks, Caleb. So at the moment, definitely out is Tystar and Caleb. They won't be going any further in this race, in this qualifying session. And Brainy is sitting in 10th, waiting his fate. With either Volts, 2.5 or Jay able to knock him out. So Brainy retired apparently. That's what's coming from Caleb. Brainy retired. He didn't actually crash out. Is what we're being told by the team owner. So we'll just wait and see what happens here from Volts as he comes out on an outlap with 3 minutes to go. TJ up the top there. He's sitting in second, but he is on a flyer, I think. Well, he was under by 19 seconds or up by 19. He's got to be up by 19 seconds because he's at a 1 minute 30 there. So he's definitely not trying to set a lap time. So let's get back on with Volts here. He's the only one who hasn't set a time. He's at risk of being eliminated. But Caleb and Tystar are definitely out. Brainy has retired in 10th, so he will stay in 10th at minimum unless Volts can knock him down further. 2.5 and Jay have got to try and push hard and try and get out of that position. There you go. Brainy goes down as 2.5 moves up into second, pushing TJ down to third. Volts still yet to set a time. He's on an outlap. Jay to set one. Rip has definitely retired and thinks he's safe. And no one's going to try and outrun him considering 3 of the drivers are out for sure now. Only 2 places yet to be run. J-Bay's in the pits with 2 minutes to go, so I don't know if he's going to be able to run another lap here. But 1 minute 30, as we said, was not enough to make the top 10. They have to break that 1:29. So Volts on his outlap. Can he do more? Formula retires from the session, trying not to use up any more tyres. Here we go. What can Volts do? He's the last Silver Fern at the moment. TJ is retired for the session. So is Banana Bender. Let's see what Volts can do. We've got a yellow sector in Sector 2. It just looks like a slow Phoenix and Mustang car on that chart. Here we go as Volts keeps it clean. He doesn't want to see a red track because he won't have time to get around this track and go for another run. This is it for him. He'll end up with the clock ticking down. This will be the only lap he gets. He's got to get under a 130. He's really got to push hard. He really needs under a 129.7. He needs a 129.6 to push Kiwi out of the top 10 and go into the top 10 himself. Kiwi's on the risk here of being pushed down, and so is Paddy technically if Volts and Jay could get up there and get some runs, but Jay's still sitting in the pit, so he will not push anyone out. It is all on Volts. Can Volts make top 10, or will he be eliminated? He's got the fastest second sector as we move into the final sector here with 30 seconds left to go in the qualifying session. I don't think a lot's going to change. Everyone's in the pits except for Kiwi and Volts. Volts and Kiwi are going to try and get this. Now, Kiwi was on an outlap, I think it said. I don't think it said pits. I thought it said outlap. Where is he on the track? No, he might have only just come out of the pits. There's no way he's going to get a lap in. Volts, he's going to look dangerous, but he won't be enough, I don't think. Yes, it will. He goes to 8th. There you go. Kiwi's in 11th. He's at risk. He is at big risk. Jay goes to 15th. Caleb in at 14th. 13th is Ty Star and Brainy into 12th, alongside with Kiwi in 11th. That's going to mean Kiwi, if he can't put a lap together here, he's in Sector 2 and going hard at it. If he cannot put in a lap here, he will be eliminated. He's got to beat 129.655. Can he do it? He's got to push this car beyond its limits and really go for it here. He's got to try and get past there and push Paddy into the bottom 5 so that he can move forward. Kiwi at risk. Ty-Star already going to be out for the Titans of the top 10. He'll be starting around 13th depending on how this goes. Paddy at risk. Can't do any more laps. White Chocolate out on track. He doesn't have to do any more, but he could be at risk if Kiwi can do better than a 129.3. White Chocolate's in the pits. This is the last one. He goes around turn 27. He's looking strong at a 124. Can he push this hard? He's going to be on the cusp. It's going to be close. What will he do? He does 7th and pushes Paddy into 11th. What a lap. The last two qualifying sessions have been amazing. So Jay will end up starting in 15th. That's going to be a bit of an upset for him as he's always been strong on the qualifying. Caleb in at 14th, and then 13th will be Ty Star and Brainy in at 12th, with Paddy falling to 11th. What a lap there, No Bags. What are your thoughts on that final lap?
So I'm not sure about 6, but I'm trying to everything's like maxed out.
You sound a lot louder to me.
So the problem with that now is he's gonna have to start on subs.
Yeah, but will that be an event? Do we think that's going to be an advantage or not? Because if we look at the top 10 right now, we've got 3 on medium and 7 on softs. The top 4 on softs, or at the moment, the top 4 will be starting on softs. And then the mediums back down in 9 and 10. But of course, the middle there with Rip Beans. So it'll be Rip Volts and White Chocolate on the mediums. The rest will be on the softs. The question is going to be where they qualify in this next session. Yeah, go ahead.
Because the medium's just gonna last way longer.
Yeah, well, the big question is also going to be how long they last for, I guess, too, and how far in before we get a first safety car, or what the go is going to be there, I guess.
It's going to be interesting last seeing that, but if they can improve on softs and start up the pack on mediums, that would be like the ideal way to go.
Yeah. Of course, we know like these boys are known for pushing the limits, but the last two qualifying sessions, the last person to get a lap on track has just nailed it. Is this a case of the track starting to set in right now on qualifying to set us up for a great top 10 shootout? What are your thoughts there?
So when I was watching Kiwi do his lap, when he was coming around the start of 52.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
So the track is actually a problem.
All right. Yeah, well, we've definitely got a few of the drivers trying to get the early laps in. So Volts is out, Formula's out, and Kiwi is out. So as we watch with Volts now, he's in the Silver Fern. He was questionable on making it tonight, but he is definitely there. So it'll be interesting. Now, while the guys are just doing out laps right now, No Bags, your thoughts on tomorrow night's race? You're racing in home at Australia. For those guys who don't know, Monday nights is Academy night. So keep an eye out for that. Definitely a fun night. Well, not a fun night. It's getting competitive. It's really getting heating up there. As the boys are racing for pro contracts, and of course our pros, they race for real money. So Sunday's pros, 6:30 p.m, that's what you're watching tonight. And then of course on Monday nights you've got the Academy at 6:30 p.m. And then on Thursdays, unfortunately we didn't do our show this week, but you've got Talking Split with Sinner and Friends at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. Unfortunately, due to a massive storm we had here and technical issues. Who's sorry, who's that? Kiwi. All right, so that's going to be treacherous considering they've only got 12 minutes. He's going to have to pit it and fix the damage on that before he can come back out. The one thing I will point out, all 3 Silver Ferns in tonight's race are in the top 10, and all 4 of the Mustangs have made the top 10. SJ will be jumping for joy tonight with that. And then, of course, White Chocolate representing the Phoenix. And the 2 Titan boys in Rip and Kiwi are out there, but no Marathon boys there, No Bags.
Yeah, I just realised that, to be honest. And there's only one Phoenix.
Yeah, so a tough night for Phoenix, who are leading the overall competition, which is the points for both pros and Academy. And they're leading Academy at the moment too, as we watch Volts get the fastest sector, but of course no times are set yet. But of course, Marathon are kind of sitting mid-pack at the moment. At the moment this season in both divisions, the Phoenix are on top in Academy, and then they're having a bit of a rough run here in Pros last week. But this is only the second round, of course. But then top runners like the Titans and Phoenix, their battles have come from qualifying mistakes and led into the race in both divisions. So what are your thoughts between the difference between pros and of course you're in Academy, the difference there and the level of quality racing, and of course tomorrow you're in Australia. So what are your thoughts on that, No Bags? And what are your thoughts on how you're going to do at Australia tomorrow night?
Well, starters, Academy is actually really fun to race in. Like everyone is based. I just like respect all the boys that do it. Like we're just getting there, getting along, battling hard to sit them. But Australia's going to be interesting. There's going to be some whips just gone. It's 128.
Yeah, we got Rip on 128.0. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there because I haven't got any different settings on Discord. So you're not coming through the settings at all there. Yeah, and I've got the levels have changed there on the desktop too for some reason. Now you should be able to come through because it's just desktop volume that we've got Discord running through. I've got you, but I haven't got the stream up live, so I'm not sure what's going on there. You're definitely not muted. You're definitely at 200%. And oh, it's a deleted lap there for Formula. Boy Racers at 5th. 2.5 still sitting in the pits. It looks like they've just put him in there. This is for the battle for top 10 for qualifying. We'll see where they end up. The Mustangs have been letting it roll a little off. Kiwi, he damaged the front wing at the start of his run for the top 10 as he's now on a flyer for the first sector. So keep the comments coming. Don't forget to like, follow, share, comment, and get involved. And Rip the Beans goes to a 127.750. That is a great lap. And I tell you what, that's going to be really hard to knock off there in the top 10. I really think they're going to struggle with a bit of respect there by one of the Silver Ferns letting through Kiwi, as we watch him go on a puncher of a lap. He's looking good. He's looking around the 128, which will be strong. Now, we said it in Sector 2. They had to be in the 129s to even have a shot at top 10. And these are the guys that were able to... Oh, he's deleted right there. They're not getting away with it tonight. We saw the Academy pushing the limits on that turn on Monday night. And every single one of the pros tonight that have gone and done that, especially in qualifying, have been absolutely pounded by that as we watch Tomo go up into second there. So it is Rip, Tomo, Volts, TJS, Formula, White Chocolate, Banana, and Boy Racer at the moment with set times. 2.5 is in the pits, yet to set a time. And same with Kiwi, as Sector 3 has got a yellow on it, which is Rip, because he's the only other Titan on track. At the moment, TSJ, he starts a lap and he starts going hard. And he's going to do his best. Now, the boys have to watch those limits that they don't cross over. We saw a lot of penalties on Monday night for the Academy and over usage of track. We're hoping not to see that in our pro drivers tonight. But again, a lot of the drivers lack the experience on this track. It is a new track. Not a lot of competition on this track unless people are racing multiple corners. Kiwi is on a lap as we get a deleted lap there by TJS. He's not happy with it. And there goes Kiwi. He's done the same thing, but he's not deleted. It has not deleted his lap. He went straight across there, and he's not got a deleted lap. So this should be interesting now, as that's going to put the pressure on. And he's gone over the curbs there. How has he not received a deleted lap as we've got a yellow sector? Is there a Mustang out there, or are they just going slow? They're just going ridiculously slow. They're just going ridiculously slow, looking for a tow or something. So, as Crazy Kiwi is pushing hard, and he's pushing hard into the pits yet to set a time. Now, that's going to be interesting because a lot of the drivers are driving ridiculously slow on track. I think this is going to get brought up at the stewards because they're setting yellow flags on the course in sectors that the drivers need to go through. For example, just then for Kiwi, and it affects their lap. So, what are your thoughts on this, Nobags? Do you think this should be allowed? We saw it happen last week at Abu Dhabi. We're seeing it again at Jeddah tonight, where drivers are instigating being slow and setting yellow sectors. Now, do you think this should be allowed, or do you think this is something the stewards should crack down on?
I mean, I personally try not to do it, but I understand trying to save tires.
I'm on the fence with this. I really, yeah.
Yeah, well, like, I'm not sure exactly, like, you know, what we can do about it here as
Wait, did I just hear myself come through on the string?
Yeah, I just fixed up one of the settings. I realised you were coming through the wrong monitor. It was on the wrong monitor.
Okay, you're gonna have to turn me down now.
Yeah, too loud? Right.
Yeah.
Now he's super loud. Yep, you can hear him. Yep, alright, good boys. I'm glad you can hear him. It's about time. So we'll get more talking from him tonight then, now that it's all sorted. So we're here with 2.5. We're watching him go. But yeah, of course, this slowing down stuff, as you said, saving tyres, balance with trying to get things like... The respect there of the Phoenix car getting out of the way, that's fair enough, you know. But what I mean is, like, to be... Yeah, but the other thing is too, like, the slowing down for the whole lap, you know, they're not exactly setting their tyres or anything or whatever. Like, it's kind of, to me as a driver, it's frustrating because it can cause a glitch with your driving and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. I think they just need to get out there and run. You know what I mean? Because they're not on 100% full settings yet. You know, they're still at the stage where like the formation lap matters. It actually affects everything. The temperature and all that is affected. But
if Tomo doesn't hurry up, he's going to give a mad slipstream to Bender.
Oh, is he? Yeah. I'm just on 2.5 here trying to see if he can get a time set because there's a minute 30 left here. He does. He's up into third. Tomo's in second. And who's that behind him? Is it Bender?
Yeah.
So Bender's behind Tomo. Tomo's on an out lap. Tomo, you would think, would just retreat from this lap and set up. as Bender's on an outlap too. So the two of them are going to go for this with a minute 15 to go. Tomo's going to go for it, but Bender's going to have that slipstream. He's not in position for it. I don't know what he's not doing, but Tomo starts pulling away. We've got a yellow sector there with about 4 cars running down to turn 27. We've got Rip and Kiwi there looking at maybe getting a tow for each other, and then there's a Mustang and a Silver Fern there. But we're on with Tomo. Sorry, was that? Oh, deleted lap for Tomo. What's Bender doing? Did he follow that line? He did, so they're both deleted. And Boy Racer is there with Formula or TJS. I think that is in front of him.
Boy Racer's getting a tow.
Yeah.
Oh my god. They're just trading slipstreams.
They are. And looks like one, I think that might be Rip the Beans is retired. He thinks he's got pole. He thinks he's good enough for pole. We've got 15 seconds to go. Do you think he's got it?
Yeah, I think he's. Unless if this slipstream from Boy Racer works.
Well, at the moment, Rip's got the provisional pole with 3 seconds to go in qualifying. There's already 2 checkered flags out there for White Chocolate. Volts goes to second, pushing his own owner and team owner and manager and captain down into third. We're riding with Boy Racer here, so anyone that finishes in front of him, which will be a couple of people by the looks of it, but we're going to give him a bit of screen time. He hasn't had much this season. Let's see what he can do. He is a veteran racer, or a seasoned racer. He's not quite a veteran yet, but he's going hard. He's pushing hard. What are your statistics telling you there? No Bags, has he got a chance at this? Is he doing better?
I'm watching Kiwi at the moment, to be honest.
Okay, and he's giving one of the Mustangs a run too. They're right in front of what we're watching right now, so let's see the jumps. Formula got the tow from Kiwi and goes to pole. Boy Racer doesn't go any better. Tomo gets moved down into 5th. Rip goes to 2nd, and Volts is in 3rd. 2-5 will go into 6th. What a qualifying session. What do you have to say about that, No Bags? A massive lap there, again by a Mustang.
I saw this blue dot behind the green, and I was like, who is it?
So Formula gets his first pole of the season. So what do you make of Formula? He joined us last week at late minute notice as a full-on driver. He's definitely had some interesting outcomes with quali. He didn't last long in the race last week as he got crashed into lap 1. But a quick run through as we only got 18 seconds to go. Formula in a pole for the first time this season. Rip will go into 2nd. Volts gets 3rd place. TJS is going to go in at 4th there. Tomo in at 5th. 2-5 drops down to 6th with White Chocolate in at 7th. Mr. Banana Bender, Boy Racer, and Kiwi will round out your top 10. So while the boys get their cars all finalised and set up, No Bags, any words before we go racing?
It wouldn't surprise me if all 4 Mustangs are going to be in the top 5.
So give me your podium for the night. Who do you think?
I'm going to go Formula, Tomo, and then the other 2 Mustangs. Or TMC, if my bad.
So Formula, Tomo, and then the 2 Mustangs, eh?
Yeah, like at one stage they were 1, 2, and 3 in quali, so.
Well, it should be, if the Mustangs stay on track tonight and finish, then their owner, for one, SJ, will be very, very happy, as it won't cost him a lot, but also on the grounds that it will get the Mustangs up out of the bottom of the tables here and actually put him as a contender. Definitely. Now, they definitely have a strong team. The question is, can they be consistent enough to make the finishes?
Look at all that blue just in a line.
Now, we're on for the formation lap. It does matter in the pros. They've got to get the engine to the right temperature, their tyres to the right temperature, or they will have a very bad start. So, Formula in first, he gets the pole, Rip in at 2nd, Volts in at 3rd, and TJS will round out the top 4. Tomo, 2-time defending champion from Academy, will end up in 5th, along with 2-5, who dropped dramatically in there and goes to 6. So that will be quite an interesting first 3 rows and a lot of possibilities. So, but into the 4th row, White Chocolate. That should be quite interesting with his battle with that Mustang there. I will point out all Mustangs are in the top 8. All Mustangs are in the top 10. So this is going to set some high standards for the boys for the rest of the season. I think SJ will, their team owner, will have high expectations for them now. But of course, Mr. Banana Bender himself will have to work a bit hard with the drivers around him. I think they're no bags. And and of course, Boy Racer right next to him is going to be a challenging Kiwi right behind him. What are your thoughts there on our top 10?
I reckon between the top 2, I reckon Beans, if he gets a good start, can take Formula on the start.
Well, we've definitely known. We saw Formula start from the Stewart footage that got put through with the accident he had. Now, Formula's definitely got the quickest reaction time off the line after last week. Like, that was an amazing run. And for those guys who are just joining us, Broseph will be starting at the back with a DQ glitch. He got spun and went to spin himself around, and they disqualified him, unfortunately. So, courtesy of Codemasters, they have picked last place starter tonight. We do have 19 runners as at very late 11th hour. The owner and on-track 5th place position, Tomo, was notified that one of his drivers has retired for the season, so he'll be out to sign a new pro driver, of course, in this week before Australia. But we are about to go racing as they all line up. We'll start back in at about 5th place here to give us a good run down into the first corner. So we'll just watch
Beans
this.
and Bolts are starting on mediums.
Oh yes, let's get that up there for you guys. We haven't got those informations up, so we'll get the interval from there and the tyres they are starting on right now. So we're waiting for the lights. Here we go. We've got the green. It's 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's lights out and away we go, and there's a drive-through penalty for a jump start for 2-5. As they move on down here, there's a couple of movements in the position. Can Tomo get through here cleanly? He'll ride that ripple strip, and it looks like he has dropped back to 8th, and he's almost hit the wall. He's down to 11th now. Not the best start for Tomo. There's your quick look at the thing, but we've got 2 with penalties at the moment. Volts in that Silver Fern. He's just picked up a 3-second penalty, but Banana Bender is in between the sandwich of him and 2-5. 2-5 jump started. He'll have a drive-through penalty for launching early off the track. So we were just saying before that Formula gets off to a great start, and look at him go. He is gone almost 1.2 seconds already, half a track around. Now the predictor is a 1 pit stop for those starting on mediums, going all the way to lap 14 to 17, and then going on the softs all the way to the end on a 25 lap race, or coming in a little bit earlier and then running the hards. As Rip's going to try and run down Formula, he is away. Anything you saw there early on in the race there, no bags?
No, I was watching the start, but yeah, Formula just took off. Yeah, reaction time's amazing.
Well, Darkness has stayed in at 15th, at 16th, and Tystar dropped right down to 17th for the Titans there. Yeah, Jay is in 15th in this train at the moment, along with Tomo, who dropped all the way to 14th from 5th. So that's one to watch for the rest of the race, considering they're in the softs. Those mediums in front of them are going to make it hard to get past once the softs start wearing off and the mediums kick in. Modern Murder is up into 12th there along with Paddy. There doesn't look to be any cars that are in damage there, as Banana Bender picks up a penalty as well. So 2 of the Mustangs do have penalties right now. Caleb's working his way up. He's definitely gone from 14th to 11th, so he's looking to a good run here at the moment to start with. Boy Racer's up into 10th, or drops down to 10th, but Brainy has moved up into 9th. White Chocolate into 8th, and Kiwi has moved himself up into 7th from 10th place. 2-5 along is going to have to serve that penalty very shortly, either on this lap or next, keeping in mind if a safety car comes out, he cannot serve it, which will end up pushing him right back. He doesn't want a safety car right now. That would really ruin his night. Banana Bender, his teammate, are they going to be fighting this out, or are they going to just work together? Again, another pit stop predictor, as there's a lot of different people starting on different strategies. These are the possibilities. We've got a yellow sector back there. It is a green car. It is Darkness. we'll see what happened. He's had a spin apparently, and there's some debris on the track. It looks like he's damaged that front wing on the left-hand side on the end plate as he's fallen right behind. And yes, there is definitely damage there. So hopefully he can get around the track right now. There's some battles going on mid-pack. Yeah, there's some battles going on mid-pack as they come around turn 27. Formula out by a second and a half now.
TJ's about to make a move on Rip. Here we go. Oh, TJ's got Rip.
Got Rip. There we go. So I missed that one, but thanks for getting there. I was trying to get there. So on turn 1 with the DRS, because DRS is enabled now, we're going to see some action, especially down the straights if cars can stay with each other. So we'll try and keep an eye on that turn 27 and who's looking to be close to each other there, because they will set up the action. Darkness Abyss done for speeding in the pit lane. A lot of the Academy guys got pinged on this as well on Monday night and struggled. We've got a yellow flag. It's down in the pit bay.
Yeah, that's confusing. What?
Yeah. And Darkness is retired. He's a DNF. What has happened to Darkness? Has he tried to come out of the wall? I can't get a hold of him. Has he come out and hit the wall or something? The winner of last week is out. He is out. That is huge. I'm not sure what happened. We'll see if we can get any notes through the race control or something and see what happened. Hi Sir Slayer, welcome to the night stream. If you're joining us, we're on lap 3 of 25. But Darkness, he'll go from a poor qualifying to an even poor race after winning last week. As you can see, Formula is definitely on it. Now, this is where the good battle's going to happen. Look at this. He's right behind him. Rip's right behind TJ. He's going to get a good slipstream with that DRS, and he does. He's gone. Let's see what happens here. This is where the battles are going to be. 2-5, serving that drive-through. And a great maneuver there by Rip, and puts himself up into second. He's going to want to pull away from TJ and get out of the zone there as 2-5 will drop right down now. Serving that drive-through penalty. And Brainy's into the pits too as he drops. So a lot of cars now starting to get the rhythm, starting to go with it. And talking about rhythm, our leader, Formula, he is out there. The Mustangs have got 3 in the top 5. And unfortunately, 2-5 had to drop out of the top 10 due to a penalty. Volts picks up a penalty as well, talking about penalties. So watch these DRS zones as Rip sets the fastest Sector 1. They'll be moving around. TieStar picks up a penalty. A lot of corner cutting happening here tonight. We're seeing just as bad as the Academy boys. It's not an easy track to get away with those penalties. No Bags, let us know exactly how hard it is around this track. A lot of penalties came out in Academy on Monday night. So how hard was it that you found with the getting the balance between riding the curbs and riding over the curbs, as we see just behind Rip there, TJ riding one of the curbs? Let's not outrule Volts here as the DRS zone's on. Can it be a two-way pass here? Will Rip lose 2 spots to both TJ and Volts? But that will set Rip up. He'll get the advantage here of a DRS zone run on both of these guys and in prime position to do so. Volts will have DRS and so will Rip. Though if they can use it right, they'll get in. But yeah, Rips has definitely dropped off, and Volts has got the fastest lap. No, Volts goes for the dive inside. I think we're going to have some contact there. It was close. Great wheel-to-wheel action, a bit of respect. But I think that might open up for Rip as well. As we are 5 laps into this 25-lap race, and we've got a great second-place battle. All drivers from 2nd to 5th have got a penalty of some sort. They're pushing each other to the limit as Formula, with these guys battling, Formula just keeps pushing away. He is blown out to over 2 seconds. Any news coming from you and race control there, No Bags?
Well, Darkness just left the session, so we're good there.
So we'll see if we can get Darkness in for an interview maybe and find out what happened there.
I just don't think it was his day.
No, he's definitely struggled at this track. We saw that in qualifying, and that definitely nothing like he was last week at Abu Dhabi. But this battle is heating up now. Volts and TJ are really going hard at Volts. Oh, he's taken TJ out as well. He just completely cut that corner, Volts did, and that's caused... Oh, Kiwi's out! There's a massive accident. The safety car's going to have to come, but this has caused massive carnage. We've got to pile up. The cars have got to watch out, but Kiwi's out. Volts is out. Wow, that was huge. That was absolutely massive. Will Brainy survive it? He's riding the inside. Get away, Brainy. Get away. Oh, my God.
Brady.
That was a massive driver error. Volts fell under the pressure. Volts fell under the pressure there. Cuts the corner. Throws the car into TJ. Crashes out into the corner. And then with the battle of the other cars behind him, and we've got a safety car. We're going to see him pit now. But he crashes out Kiwi. Kiwi ends up a victim of it all.
Yeah, he's going around the corner. It's a fast track. You got no time to...
Yeah, and it's a blind corner coming in there too.
Oh, yeah. He had no idea. He just come around.
He definitely had no chance of getting out of it. But we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the pits. 7 in the pits there. Formula's going to stay out. So's Rip. Caleb, he's going to catch the pack, and behind him his teammate of Modern Murder. Paddy is going to go to 5, and Ty Star will go to 6. Broseph will go to 7 to 5. Sorry?
Everyone that just pitted put fresh mediums on.
Alright, thank you very much. Except for White Chocolate, who went on fresh softs. But yes, okay, so if you just missed that, that was absolutely massive. It was not one of the smartest moves.
On fresh mediums.
Sorry, what was that?
TJ spun on fresh mediums.
Oh, TJ's had a spin on fresh mediums, so he's got to recover. Is there any damage there that you saw?
No, he just...
No, the end plate, the front left end plate is off the car on that front wing. He is damaged. He'll have to pit again. Luckily, it's under safety car conditions. He'll be able to regather. It won't let him serve that penalty, I don't think, under the safety car, but... So, no. But that was massive. We've got the comments coming through. I'm going to read from the chat here quickly. So, they were saying there when it happened, we've got Lukey96 saying what, then we've got Killshot saying, oh my god, Dr. Hoosen is saying that was terrible, SJ, that was on purpose, seriously, punishment, Lucky saying that is BS, Hooser, that was stupid, Slayer, whoa, Lynx, goddamn, Crone Dog, brutal, Slayer, perfect timing to see what happened. And Crone Dog, narrow spot, no chance to avoid. So we've got some comments coming through there from the guys at home. But yeah, Volts there definitely will be facing a serious reckless driving charge, I think. That was quite unfortunate. I think the stewards will definitely be looking at that. But that was definitely not pro... level driving for one. TJ be obviously up in the battle up top now, is no longer in the battle up top, and then poor innocent Kiwi, who was making some great ground and was up into I think 6th at the time. I think he clawed his way from 10th to 6th. Kiwi is out, so that's hurt a few guys there from reckless driving, so I wouldn't be surprised if something major comes of it from the stewards. I think Volts is going to find himself in a lot of trouble with the stewards. Your thoughts there, No Bags?
Yeah, it was crazy. That's going to be interesting for the stewards. I've got no words for that. That all happened so quickly. I was watching. I don't even know who I was watching.
Well, we'll definitely have to check it out.
All I see is people just smacking into each other.
I honestly don't know how Rip survived that, because he was definitely there, but he obviously was dropping back, and that's what we said just before the action happened. But
in all the mayhem, Caleb and Modern Murder have pushed up to the top, and Broseph is also up there.
Yeah, and it's worked out there for a couple of changes there. 2-5 now serving a drive-through earlier tonight, and he's definitely using this safety car to advantage there. Apparently his own teammates, Modern Murder's teammates, are saying he's getting nosebleeds. He's so high up there on the table at the moment. Yeah, good banner there, guys. I love it. Just remember to, guys, like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Help us get out there to the communities in the world. If you love what you're seeing, too, get in and join us on the chat. We've got the multi-stream happening, so we can see you guys on Facebook, YouTube, and of course Twitch, the home of Split Second Gaming and Split Second Media. Just a recap for those guys joining us now, we're on lap 8 of 25. on lap 5, 6. We saw a massive incident. Darkness had a struggle tonight. He ended up in the pits, and then in the pits had an incident and retired. Followed up by about 30 seconds later, seeing Volts cut a corner completely. Definitely going to see be seen by the stewards this week. And unfortunately, it definitely, what looked to be at first take TJ out, just caused damage. TJ survived, but now is at the back of the pack and has a penalty for speeding in pit lane. But Kiwi fell victim to it as it was on a blind corner and the boys were racing and weren't given the yellow flags in time, I don't think. But all the steward footage will come through, I'm sure, and we'll have more information for you next week. So make sure you join us next week on Sunday night at 6:30, and we'll try and get we're trying to get the drivers now to put their highlights through so we can get as much highlights for you and do a highlight package each week before we go racing. Joining us alongside me is none other than the academy driver for the Southern Cross boys, No Bags. If you're just joining us, No Bags. Look, it's been a rough run through qualifying for the Titan boys, and now it's getting even rougher for them. They've got 2 cars left. Do you think Ty-Star and Rip can hold this off? Like, Formula's in top form tonight, and he's fast.
I reckon Rip can take it to Formula, but it just depends what else happens during the race.
Yeah, well, he's
Rip is on.
We've got a swap. Sorry.
Yeah,
we had race control. Rip 5 seconds serve collision with Caleb. I think we've had a server glitch as the safety car's going in. We can see. Oh, Caleb's holding up the field. Caleb's holding up the field.
Caleb?
What's going on here? The boys are off and racing, and Caleb's held up the field. Everyone's been held up here. Caleb's into the pits. What has happened there? I am not sure what's happened there. Something's happened just as the safety car's gone to go in. And Paddy and Caleb are in the pits. I am not sure what happened.
I know the boys aren't going to be happy about that.
No, definitely not. Something has happened there, and Caleb's chances of a podium has just been ruined by something that's happened now. It looked like Rip got a penalty. It kind of looked like a glitch at first, so I'm sure it'll get reviewed, but it came up with a penalty, Rip making contact with Caleb. Now, Caleb wasn't behind Rip. It was Modern Murder was behind Rip. Sorry?
Go to 2-5.
Go to 2-5. Alright, we're having requests to watch 2-5 as he's dropping down the pack and battling with Broseph here to hold on to 5th. We're getting a bit of oh, we got a good little battle on here. So TJ 2-3, what the AF? Okay. Well, TJ's racing at the moment, so he must have put that in while under safety car. So that will be interesting. Hopefully it's not the same TJ that's racing with us right now, because if it is, it means he possibly would have paused himself as we're watching from the air. TJ, no, I'm definitely a different TJ to the one racing. All right, awesome. Thanks, TJ. Thanks for the confirmation, because you could have been looking at a big penalty if you were the one racing, because we're not allowed to bot out. So thank you for the clarification. All good. Thanks, Lukey. The boys are battling in. Oh, look at that move. He's gone for the switch. 2-5 has gone for the switch on Ty-Star, and he's also going to try and get the move here on the Phoenix if he can. We've got a great little battle here for 4th, 5th. Oh, sorry, no, it's the battle for 3rd. That's Modern Murder in front of 2-5. So Modern Murder's got to try and hold off this Mustang who's pushed up from 7th. And talking about 7th, that's where the other Mustang is now. He's down in 7th with Ty-Star and Boy Racer in between him and his teammate. But we're going to see the DRS open up next lap. This is going to be huge. Oh, a little tag there.
It's like a 5-way battle for 3rd.
We've got a massive, that slow down pack. Like, they're 13 seconds behind Rip, and Rip's now within half a second as well. He's brought down the time. Oh! That was huge! 2-5 has had a massive shunt. That was massive. Modern Murder ended up staying in position, but 2-5 now, he will be definitely pitting, so we'll be moving back there later. TJ's trying to catch up. Bender is now in the middle of this action. for the Mustangs. The Mustangs started so well in the top 10. They've just been in the middle of all the action, haven't they? Formula is looking to be... DRS is definitely involved now. I've got to move up here, I'm sorry guys, but the battle is on up the front between Rip and Formula. Formula is out for his first win this season. Rip is out to get the win so that he can redeem himself from last week. And Modern Murder's in the pits, so he must have ended up second off there. No, well, he's got 10-lap old mediums. So we might see Rip have to chuck the same thing. 4-lap old... Side pod damage?
Okay. I was on 10-lap softs. And Boy Racer's on 4-lap mediums, so yeah.
Oh, it should be interesting.
Basically third place for Boy Racer.
Yeah, well, at the moment, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how long Rip. We know Rip is a tyre, like he's a really good driver at tyre life. So we've seen him run mediums on a track. Boy Racer's on the inside, Ty's on the outside. He must have been in the wrong position for defending, and that's going to cost Ty as well as he keeps switching to the outside. He is out of rhythm. He is out of rhythm, and Bender is right behind Ty Star as well. Oh, this is going to be huge. There we go, and he's just not in the right spot, is he? He's got his car positioned in the wrong spot, and it's allowing all the other cars to easily get past him. Has he got damage, or is he in a bit of trouble? What do you know there?
I think softs are giving him a little bit of trouble.
Well, they are 10-lap-old softs, but he's dropped from 3rd to 6th in the space of probably half a metre. And Formula makes it into the pits with a 5-second penalty for speeding.
Alan
Santa spun. We'll try and find him. Oh, he's okay. He's fine now. He's off and running. He's got to chase down Brainy. But we've got a battle here. These three at the front are going for it too. And White Chocolate goes to the front as Formula's still in the pits. Rip's in the pit. Sorry. Oh, Wheel to Wheel. How close was that? And Ty-Star tries to squeeze himself underneath Bender. What's going to happen here is we know that the DRS zone is going to come around in a second, and they'll get a shot down at turn 13 to make that underrun where Ty lost all those positions before. And there you go, a few people cop that penalty for the multiple warnings. Again, overusing the curves on this track. The line is incorrect on Jeddah for pit lane, is what Tim Davis is writing in the comments on YouTube. Thank you, Tim. At least 10 positions. White Chalk went from close to last, 4th in 3 laps after safety car. Yeah, it's definitely been an amazing race so far. The pros aren't letting us down. We've only got 3 out at the moment, and unfortunately one of them was a victim of circumstances, you could put it, I guess. Is that how you'd put it, No Bags?
Yeah, Kiwi was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Yeah, there's nothing he was going to be able to do about that.
He was coming around a blind corner.
There wasn't really, other than Rip at the time, there wasn't anyone but his own teammate that could really tell him what happened, but Rip kind of got out of that area quicker than knowing what would have really happened, I think, because he kind of slotted through while it was happening. Oh, a fake move there by Boy Racer. He's got to hold one line but here. He can't zigzag up and down the track to defend, as he'll move into 4th, and Bender will move into 3rd. A good little battle up the front here with this little pack. And it's blue, black, green, black, blue, so it looks like a nice little pattern there for those OCD people out there. I'm sure a driver's going to ruin it for you. So Ben, yeah, he has caught up too. So TJ, he's out for some redemption here. He wants to fix this up, and Formula's into 8th. 2.5 sets the fastest lap on mediums for the night, so he is flying, trying to catch up. And Tomo moves himself up there as he passes Ty-Star, but Ty-Star fights back. He's not going to have it on the outside. He's going to give it up to Tomo, who quietly has been moving up the field since the first lap incident of dropping right back.
Got to be some team communication now, because he's catching up the Boy Racer quick.
Yeah, and you got to have a look there. Ty-Star on 12-lap-old softs. TJ on 5-lap-old softs, but Tomo and Boy Racer both on 6-lap-old mediums. So, what are we going to see here? As the challenge is still being fought by these two, TJ and Ty-Star going at it again for another lap. That DRS, they've both got DRS at the moment, so that DRS train's going to lock in. But I think Ty's going to maybe try and make a move down this front run here. Let's jump on board with him. I think he's going to try and have a crack at him because I think Ty is just outside that zone and he won't get the DRS. We've got a Sector 3 yellow, but it clears. We are literally about 10 laps away or 11 laps away from the end of this race, and Ty Star's going to really have to look at pitting now as those softs are definitely going away. Now, Boy Racer and Tomo are right on each other. They're going to work to swallow up Banana Blender the best they can, and then you'll probably find one will go into the pits first, the other one will come in afterwards and try and secure a hold. Ideally, what they want right now, everyone except for Rip want a safety car, but we've got some close battles all the way from 4th down. We're going to try and keep an eye on them if we can. I'm trying to see the gaps. We've got a close one again, and it looks like Ty Star and Formula are at it again. Formula won't need to pit the rest of this race. Did he start on Sauce? No bags? Or has he gone medium?
Ty Star's hit the wall.
Sorry, who was that? Alan Santa?
No, Ty Star smacked the wall.
Oh, did he? I missed that. We were on Formula with that battle too. Alright, well, let's move up the track a bit to Tomo and Boy Racer as they start the hunt on Banana Bender. Banana Bender, they're on the hunt for him, and he looks like he's slowing right down. Something's happened, I think. Oh, and there's a huge touch by Boy Racer and Banana Bender, and Tomo's going to try and take advantage of that and move up. It looks like Banana Bender's going to shake the pits. No, he's going to miss it. So, with the DRS, he's going to make the move. There's Tomo. He tries to cover it off, but he's not going to be able to, and he's going to have to slot in between Boy Racer and Tomo. Tomo moves up into second, White Chocolate's into first, and Rips in the pits on fresh sauce to finish the race for 10 laps.
That was probably the best he could hope for there.
Yeah, it's definitely looking hazardous to his health, and Ty Star's in the pits. We got a Sector 1 yellow. Looks like it looks like something's happened a little bit further back here with the Mustangs. Oh, it's got to be a Banana Bender. He's dropped right back into 7th. As Formula makes a move on Boy Racer. He's on the fresh mediums. He is coming back. He is going to be fighting for that first place as Tomo is in second, and he is 6 seconds behind the current leader, White Chocolate, as TJ has a spin. TJ had a huge moment there. He's still struggling. He's got no control. He's throwing the car around the track. It looked like he almost took out one of the Phoenix cars there in Brainy as he gets back on track.
On the charge.
So, sorry, who was that?
Beans is on the charge.
Rip the Beans is on a charge. Look at him go. He's catching up now to Boy Racer and Formula already. Now, considering Rip the Beans was in second and Formula was in first, and he is right there and both have pitted, and Formula is on 2-lap-old mediums and Rip's on fresh sauce, this is going to come down to the wire if we don't get a safety car. And Rip gets Formula and Boy Racer. Do they hold? They're good, and Rip's going to go through clean into third and try and run down those 9-lap-old tyres on Tomo, who's in second, and White Chocolate, you'd imagine, would have to pit soon too. And Banana Bender is in the pits on 9-lap-old mediums. What are your predictions now as we go into lap 16 to 25? Modern picks up another penalty. Where are you sitting now with what's about to happen? It's getting exciting. We're under 10 laps to go.
He's about to take Tomo, so it's just the charge for Choc.
Yeah, well, Formula's not... He started off good, but he's just not hanging in there. He's getting these tiny battles. Like, we'll duck back here to Boy Racer and Formula. He's getting these scraps and getting held up, and he's overusing these tyres, and he's just not able to put those battles on. Like, Rip just destroyed him when he came up behind him. Rip was on the charge, and he definitely wants to make up for last week losing because of that contact with Tomo into the chicane at Abu Dhabi. He definitely wants to regather those points that he lost last week. But Formula, he wants obviously to prove himself, as he didn't get a chance last week with that with the contact with the with I think it was Volts. Now this will be interesting to see what happens with Volts tonight. But what's your call on the rookie here tonight, going up against this the runner-up and rookie of the year last year in Formula? What are your thoughts about him? What are you seeing in his driving?
When he can put laps together, he's pretty good. He's up there with them. he's like the underdog and it's the second race.
Well, we got a comment. We've got a comment. I'm going to ask you this just outright. With what we're seeing and what we're watching, I will say I don't agree with this comment. But we've had a comment from the owner of the Mustangs, SJ, saying a lot of dirty driving. And then we've had another guy say, poof. What are your thoughts? Right now with what we're seeing, what are your thoughts? As Rip takes the... as White Chocolate goes to the pits and Rip moves in front by 2 seconds. What are your thoughts at the moment? What you're seeing on track tonight? No bags. Is there dirty driving going out there, or is it a one-eyed view from the owner of the Mustangs?
I haven't really noticed any. Maybe I've just been looking at the wrong time. I don't know. Nope.
Well, let's have a look at the penalties here. Most of them have come from overuse of the curbs. All of them are sitting on 3 seconds, which means they've used 3 warnings, except for Alan Santa, who's on 9, and Ty Star on 6, and Mr. Bean's just gone to 6 then too. So there's 3 drivers there that have exceeded the limits more than once. But yeah, other than that, in penalties, it's been quite good. Like, obviously, you can't really count a false start as dirty driving, because you know that's going to cause a drive-through penalty and really ruin your race. But yeah, I'd have to say, off the penalties and all that, they're a lot better than last week with the pros, I guess. But definitely the Academy were a lot worse last week. I think there was 2 or 3 drivers exceeding 10 seconds, I think. So I'd say they're on par for at the moment with what we got. 2-5 moves up into 8th as he passes Paddy and Modern Murder, who go into the pits. Now we will take the penalties down because we're missing a few things there. So let's go with place changes here. The biggest move of the night so far is Broseph up into 9th at the moment, and he's moved 10 spots. So that's a big
needs to
race.
win this by 3 seconds, and he's got this.
So yes, if Rip wins this by 3 seconds, he should win. Now, defending 2-time back-to-back champion, the rivalry is back to where it started, where it ended last season. We are back to where it all was last season. So what are your thoughts? A heads up here, Tomo versus Rip. What are your thoughts? Are you excited for it, or is this predictable? What do you think? Obviously, Formula is going to try and weigh in here.
They were the same team, weren't they, last season?
No, they weren't. Rip was Mustangs. He's now Titan, and Tomo, of course, always Silver Fern. And talking about that, Formula puts his nose in and wants to have a crack. Both have got a good chance at this, and I think we're going to see the battle for second, and it's going to allow Rip to move out in front further, as he's out by 5 seconds now just by that little battle. So I'm gonna stay with this battle for the next lap here, and I'm gonna give our new commentator No Bags a chance to call a bit of the action in this battle, and I'm gonna rest my voice for the rest of this lap. So No Bags, take it away with Tomo and Formula.
Formula just keeps pushing. He's on 6 lap year old. I said year again. 6 lap mediums. Tomo's on 12 mediums. He's just dying off. Formula's just pushing. I think the only thing that's going to happen at this point in time is White Chocolate catching up. Maybe.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see.
Going on. It's literally everyone's so spaced out.
Yeah, we've hit that gap like we did last week. Modern Murder's got half a second there, and so does Paddy on his own teammate on Broseph there. But I will point out the TMC boys have got all 4 cars in, and after a really, really bad qualifying session, they've got 2 in the points and 2 consecutive straight after that with a 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of situation that we've seen the Mustangs do in the past in Academy and this.
I like how
But I gotta say, Formula's gone. Those tyres on Tomo and Boy Racer are out. They're checked out. They're gone. So the third place right now could be those fresh softs, 2-lap-old softs with 5 laps to go of White Chocolate. We could see White Chocolate get himself a podium here for the Phoenix boys, who have definitely shown that. Well, at the moment they're leading the all-over championship. So it's going to be interesting. Now we are getting requests for pens, so I will throw them up quickly again. So it's 3 seconds for Rip, 5 seconds for Formula, 3 seconds for Tomo, 3 seconds for Boy Racer. White Chocolate is sitting there with no penalties. TJ with 3, Brainy with 3, Broseph with 3, 3 seconds for Jay and Modern Murder as well, 12 seconds for Alan Santa now, he was on 5, and Ty Star and Mr. Beans on 6 seconds there. As we watch White Chocolate run down Brainy, this is going to be massive if he can get him, because it's going to put him in a great spot to go on the hunt for Brainy's boss and team owner, Tomo, and 2-time defending champion as well. So, but let's see if he can get him here. Jay's picked up another 3 seconds as well on his time that I mentioned previously, and Alan Santa. Oh, here we go. White Chocolate, he's going to go for it. He's gone too wide. We've seen the issues that can happen there, but it's going to set him up perfectly on the straight here. On the main straight, it's going to be huge. Here we go. He's going to make the move. He'll get Boy Racer easily. There was no challenge at all by Boy Racer. The other thing is too, they've had their mandatory pit in Boy Racer and Thomas, so they may just try and race these tyres out with 4 laps to go. You'd imagine that's what they're doing, and taking those tyres to 8-lap old. Now 2.5 is pitting with 9-lap old mediums, so it's going to be interesting here. But there is a massive gap between first and second and third. So 6 seconds between first and second and only growing. And same between second and third. So at the moment, Rip's up in front. The penalties won't matter. Formula's in second. The penalties won't matter. And Tomo's in third. And the penalties won't matter. 5 seconds for Formula. So he'll go to third. Tomo's penalty. Yeah. But Tomo's got 3 seconds as well, so it becomes a 2-second penalty. So, therefore, so he'll be fine. There won't be a swap out there. There may be an issue here with White Chocolate. White Chocolate, if he doesn't get a penalty and he can finish really close to Tomo, who he's running down now, which won't be a problem, he may be able to catch up and get into second with no penalties if he can stay within that 5 seconds of Formula as well. So, it should be interesting. He is pushing hard.
He's on 3-lap mediums, so...
Yeah, well, White Chocolate's in prime position here for a second place. With the penalties that are on board, and he gets Tomo easily down the main straight. Tomo will try and hold on to him the best he can, but I don't think it's going to be successful at all. So, but White Chocolate will move on. He just got to finish under 5 seconds here. He'll take second, but then if he can get within under 3 seconds of Rip in the last 3 laps, then he's got a chance. And to be honest, he's only two laps away from Rip. He's got maybe the 2 laps left in his tyres to punch it before they start wearing down. So I think Rip may be vulnerable here. I don't know what you think, No Bags.
If he gets into that no man's land with, like, no DRS or anything, it might be
he's definitely got a chance here. So the penalties is 5 seconds ahead of him. So he's under the 5 seconds now. So technically, White Chocolate is sitting. He's sitting in second. Yeah. So and he's still taking the time off. So he's sitting in second at the moment. By the time he catches up to Formula, if he does and passes him, he'll be about 6 seconds away from Rip, which means he's got to make another 3 seconds. I don't see that happening at all. I'm sorry, I do have faith in drivers, but unless Rip has a tyre blow or a wall collision or something, Rip will redeem himself from last week and the collision with Tomo and pick up the win tonight. The only thing, we definitely won't see a safety car now. We're within 2 laps of the finish of the race. So Rip will definitely get there. We've been told he's 1 second, one hit away from being at the 6 second mark. Ty Star picks up another 3 seconds there. So we might see some changes around, but at the moment, Paddy, 2.5 and White Chocolate, the only drivers without penalties out there at the moment. And if you are joining us, you missed all the action, you can re-watch this on our Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube channels. Just check out Split Second Media, Split Second _ Media, and Split Second. Split _ second split, second _ split, second media, something like that. I don't know. There's so many of them. Just find them down the bottom there or in our links. Just click on them. Whatever suits you, go for that. TJ has damaged side pods apparently, and damaged wing. So That will be interesting, apparently. White Chocolate here, he's definitely starting to slip off that gap as he's back up to 5 seconds. He was down to 4.8. He needs to finish with under 5 to get that chance, but there's not really any battles going on there. No Bags, can you see anything there, or are the gaps opened up? I can see 2.5 about to make a move, maybe.
So, TyStar stopped for softs.
Yep.
I'm not sure about damage and was worried about not finishing the race, so I'm not sure.
And here's a move on 2.5 on J-Bay. 2.5 moves himself up into 9th. J-Bay will go back for that last point. Now, the one thing we haven't seen is fastest lap. We will pull that up as well. At the moment, Ripper's holding it with a 1:30.119, and it will stay that way for the rest of the night. No one is going to really be able to set a fastest lap, I don't think, for the rest of the night. So we'll hold on to those intervals and penalties for the rest as we're on lap 24. We will catch up with our race leader in a minute and run with him as this battle goes on down the main straight. Jay will have a chance to get it back with the DRS, but it won't really matter if he passes him because he's got... yeah, he does. He's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. He might as well just let 2.5 go. I get that he's trying to woe him up so he doesn't get within pulling distance on Paddy, but Paddy is 11 seconds away from Brainy. They're 5 seconds away here, 6 seconds away from Paddy, so the best thing would be for Jay to let him go so Jay guarantees that 10th place for himself, because Modern Murder's 7 seconds behind. Banana Bender's dropped back now as Alan Senna has taken over. I think that's a pit stop. It is, as he goes on to fresh softs. TyStar is obviously trying to upset the apple cart and take away that fastest lap, but Rip, he goes in and it looks like TyStar gets out of his way and will take probably a penalty hit, knowing the game there too. But it's the last lap. Rip the Beans is going to redeem himself. I will watch TyStar as Formula is catching up and he'll be blue flag, so let's make sure he gets out of the way here and make sure TyStar does the right thing, because he's still pushing there, and I'm sure the stewards will need something to look at if a blue flag question mark comes through. So it doesn't look like he's been issued the blue flag yet. The signs on the side of the road and the flag marshals have not issued a blue flag yet. So we'll see what happened. But here we go. He should really be letting him go by now, and he hasn't. I'm not sure, unless that's... no, sorry, I take that back. Formula has been let loose. Anyway, so Rip the Beans, as he comes down, he's got that little battle behind him going on, but he has definitely earned the right for some camera time here as Modern Murder picks up another 3 seconds. Keep an eye on your penalties as this will sort it out. But right now, White Chocolate is sitting in third.
Tyre.
Yeah, well, they come past the last turn there, and you'll see these guys finish. So wherever they cross in the back, that will be the positions. But Rip the Beans for round 2 will take the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix, and that is a victory for Rip the Beans, and definitely no controversy for him this week with no contact. Formula will come in second and get his first podium of the season, and White Chocolate will fall just under the penalty banner and go into third. Tomo's going to come in at 4th and round it out and get some points there, and Boy Racer will do the same. With that pressure on from 0 last week, they've redeemed themselves definitely. TJ is going to be moving through and getting that 6th place. Well done, mate. Brainy, he's going to point out this week it won't be a DNF, and he's got himself a great finish and some great points for Phoenix. Paddy, he's going to finish top of the run here in 8th place, and no penalties for TMC. And 2.5, he's had a hell of an adventure tonight. He's going to round out in 9th, and Jay will finish off that top 10. What a race. Modern Murder and Caleb had a rough run tonight and been unlucky, both of them, especially Caleb in that situation under safety car. They'll round it out in 11-12. Caleb will go there on 11th due to penalties. And Broseph, he'll definitely hold down the 14th, 13th there, and 14th will be Alan Santa with a 12-second hit of penalties. TyStar ends up in 15th and Banana Bender in 16th, and that was a race for the night. I tell you, that was epic. What a night. And we've definitely not missed anything. White Chocolate, I couldn't agree more, would be a strong contender of driver of the day. If you are joining us for the first time, guys, this is the pros. We've just finished round 2. There is 12 rounds this season every Sunday night at 6:30. Make sure you join us on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. Get our name out there and help us go. But Rip the Beans for the Titans has taken away a win. He's redeemed himself from last week. The stewards took the win off him last week with a 10-second penalty for contact with Tomo. He gets the win tonight. So your podium for tonight, guys, and the people we will talk to on the podium who will get their interview with No Bags tonight is Rip the Beans, Formula, and White Chalk. He's down to be absolutely loving it tonight. Tomo rounds out into 4th, and Boy Racer Guy will round out in the top 5. Now, we'll get a quick look at that, take the screenshot, and make sure we get all those with and without the penalties. Penalty time, so let's get that. Let's get the fastest lap. Also goes to Rip the Bean, so he's going to pick up the maximum of 26 points there for himself, and it should be quite a great achievement for him after last week and copping all that pressure from the penalty last week with Tomo, and he definitely felt guilty about it. He was not exactly in a position that he could do much afterwards, and just copped it on the chin like the champ he is. But anyway, let's head in to the studio. All right, so we'll talk to No Bags first before the podium gets underway. But No Bags, we'll get you to throw your camera up and that now, and join us here in the studio. So we'll throw him up there. You there, mate? No Bags? Are you good?
I streamed from the PS4 to the computer.
You got your camera there, mate? I think he's just trying to sort out taking photos and that, guys. But yes, No Bags will be doing our interviews tonight and joining us. He's been joining us for commentary all night, so he'll be jumping on board. There he is. No Bags, welcome. Great race tonight. Give us your thoughts before we interview this podium. Before you get to do your first podium interview, give us your thoughts. Let us know what you thought of the race and moments and that, of course. And yeah, how do you feel?
Yeah, that was actually an entertaining race.
Like,
is that incident that happened with Faults, that was pretty crazy. Here we just ended up in the wrong spot at the wrong time. And then White Chalk at the end just making the push. Trying to gain the time up with penalties and everything. I thought he had it. I really did. I thought he was going to get second.
Yeah, he fell off there. It looked like the tyres died in that last lap. He was holding on to that 4-second gap. Yeah, he was holding on to that 4-second gap, but that last lap, he might have hit a ripple strip and slowed him out or something like that. But a great effort by him. Look, I'd definitely be leaning towards him as driver of the day too. Like, he had an amazing run tonight. White Chocolate ended up in 7th. He had a good qualifying session, but even in quali, it looked like he used up all his options in the soft tyres. So going into the race, he had to push himself, and it looked like he struggled at the start there, but got himself back after that safety car too.
Yeah, the safety car really helped him. Yeah. Oh, I feel like it did. I'll ask him, see what happens.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens. Now, this is your first podium interview. How you feeling about it? Obviously, first night commentating with me, and it's been great. So, spotting things I couldn't and all that. So, thank you very much for that tonight.
Oh, it's all good. It's been a little bit nervous, but yeah, it's good.
Well, I think you've done a great job.
That's why I can't speak half the time, because I'm not used to this.
That's all right. You're getting there. Rest of the season, hopefully you'll be joining me. I believe that's the plan, yes, for the pros?
I mean, if it went well. I mean, after the volume issue.
Well, we figured out it was my bad. I put the wrong monitor on, so that was my bad. But yeah, look, we'll get you onto the podium because I think the podium boys are here now. So we'll let you do the interview. As we said, we've got Rip, White, and White Chocolate in. We haven't got Formula in yet. So we need Formula in here. So once he gets in, you can do the full podium thing. But I usually go 3, 2, 1. So White Chocolate is here. It gives Formula time to jump in. So you can start off with Formula if you want, and we'll go from there. And I'll leave you I'll leave you to do the interviews, man.
I'll see how I go.
All right, guys, here is No Bags with his first post-race and podium interviews. He'll start off with White Chocolate. If Formula joins us, we'll get Formula to chat. And then, of course, race winner tonight, and definitely no penalties overhanging his head tonight. Race winner Rip the Beans. But we'll let No Bags have his first shot at it and see how he goes. No Bags, it's all yours.
You there, White Chop?
I am here, yeah.
That was how do you feel after that? That was pretty incredible.
Well, the safety car did not help at all. I was hoping to extend that stint on the mediums and then pit for softs, but that did the 2-stop, so just had to push.
You come from 7th to 3rd. That's pretty good, though.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I was wrong about the safety car. How did you feel though going into it? Were you confident? Were you?
Well, I didn't do much practice, but I've raced Jeddah before. Felt good around it, so hopefully I could have just did what I did tonight, which was just keep it on the block stuff.
Yeah, you didn't receive any penalties, so that helped you out too, getting 3rd. But yeah, we really thought you were getting the 2nd.
Yeah, just didn't have the grip at the end.
Literally, the chat asked everyone like, yeah, we're gonna get 2nd, and then the tires, did they just fall off?
Yeah, they got to about 30% at the end, and I didn't want to bin it, so I just accepted 3rd.
Yeah, I mean that's understandable. Yeah, yeah. I really don't know what. This is my first time. Sorry, it's awkward.
All good, mate.
Yeah, I don't even know what else to ask. Sam, you got any questions?
Not really, no.
All right, well, I will jump in for a quick second. Killshot, congratulations, man. Sorry, not Killshot. White Chocolate. I just read a comment from Killshot. So he was talking you up there, just so you know, and was really cheering you on there tonight. But yeah, have you got any shout outs, mate? Of course, this is No Bag's first run, so I'm just making sure that you get your shout outs in because you're on the podium. So make sure you shout out whoever you want and that. And of course, No Bags, you're doing a great job. We got some good comments for you in there too.
Oh, just cheers to the Phoenix boys. It's good to have them around. Really good group and good racing. And just cheers to you guys for commentating, setting it all up, and having a good weekend.
You're gonna make me blush.
All right, well, let's get it moving there. No Bags, great work on your commentary too. And White Chocolate, congrats on your first podium this season. All right, No Bags, we've got one more because we haven't gotten Formula in here. So let's get him in. The one and only, and we are all teammates. Yes, there's no bias in this situation. I'm team owner. I've got an academy driver commentating with me, and we've got my team captain for the pros having a win tonight, having a great race. There's nothing overhanging the head that I'm aware of that we saw in that race for the stewards to give a 10-second penalty for. So Rip's got the win this week. Congrats, man, from me. But I'm going to put you in the capable hands of rookie commentator of the season, and No Bags, he's all yours.
How was that?
Yeah, it was tiring, very tiring. Don't feel very well after it, but qualifying, I was a bit frustrated in quali, but that's for the shorts. But the race, yeah, my strategy just worked out perfectly. The safety, I wasn't sure what the soft runners were doing, not pitting under the safety car, but I'm not complaining. Ended up in a win, I think. I'm crossing my fingers that I'm free this week, that I don't have any penalties coming, but we'll see. But yeah, it was a tiring race.
I didn't see anything. I really didn't. Did you end up see any of that crash that happened up front?
Yeah, I was right behind it, just missed it. It just dodged the carnage, but yeah, I saw it. It doesn't look very well. It doesn't look very good, and probably one for the stewards. But yeah, it was chaotic.
Yeah, it looked pretty chaotic on our end. It was too many cars to look at once.
Yeah.
But you did also take out the fastest lap. So that's an extra couple points, I think. A point? Yeah, a point.
Yeah, that was just part of the strategy with the softs at the end. They were in beautiful condition pretty much till the last lap. They were perfect, and yeah, I pushed my absolute hardest in that last stint, and yeah, it worked out well.
Yeah, I think you came out of the pits in 7th, and then you just charged on.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have been so far. I was further down than I would have liked, but that was just due to a game glitch awarding me a 5-second penalty. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I won, so I'm not really complaining. But yeah, it was a good race.
Pit lane one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout outs.
Yeah, I'll give them to the boys. Kiwi, Ty. Well, mainly Ty Star tonight. He was in the wars, but he did well to survive. And I don't think he got any points, but he did well to bring the car home. Unlucky for Kiwi and unlucky for Darkness. I think he retired in the pits. He just wasn't feeling it tonight.
Yeah, just looked like he was feeling it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kiwi just wrong. Yeah, that was just unlucky.
Yeah.
That one's for the stewards.
Exactly.
Well, have a good night.
You too, mate.
Enjoy the win.
Yeah, I will. Hopefully I keep it this time, but we'll see.
We'll see you next week in Australia.
Yeah. Catch it, boys.
Yeah.
See you, mate. Congratulations again, Rip. Well done. And you're looking very strong this season, mate. I got to say that. I think I made a good pick in getting you signed to our team. All right, we do have Formula. He has joined us. He's newish to Discord and how we work our Discord, so he's trying to find the room. He got lost in the paddock, basically, out the back with other interviews and signatures with all the hot fans and crazy fans for him. Everyone's loving this new rookie on the track. So, Formula, you're there, mate. We're going to leave you in the capable hands of No Bags to give you the podium interview for second. Congratulations from me back here in the studio, and of course you guys down there at trackside for the interviews.
Cheers, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, all right. How was second race? First race? Second race.
Second race. Well,
Yeah,
first race that I got to actually race in after I was had a DNF last race in Abu Dhabi, which was an unfortunate start to this season. But to finish P2 in my second race isn't too bad. Considering I started pole, I'm pretty disappointed because I made a wrong strategy call. Should have pitted at that first safety car. And then when I did go to pit around lap 11, I got a 5-second stop go in the pits and also got wing damage because the game took control of my car and hit the wall.
Oh, well, true. I have no way. I've never had that happen. I mean, Jeddah, the pit lane for Jeddah, I don't know. I just weird.
Maybe because it may have been because I dipped one wheel out of the white line, and maybe the game didn't want me doing that and wanted me to stay all in the lines. Normally on pit lanes, you can have one wheel outside of the lines and it won't penalize you.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say I've seen people fly in there and nothing happened. So yeah, it must have just been that weak glitch bug thing.
Yeah. Well, I still finished outside of 3 seconds of Beans, and I probably would have appealed the penalty, but since it wouldn't have got me anywhere without the penalty, I'm just gonna leave it be. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But yeah, good race to Beans. I just couldn't catch him.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race though. How did you feel about the crash?
About which crash?
The Volts one.
Oh, the Volts. That was with my teammate TJS, and from what I heard, it was right behind me, just coming out of turn 2, and it didn't look great. But obviously, I'll have to see it from either driver's perspective to actually make a judgment call because I just heard the crash.
You're just too far up front.
Yep. I had like a 3-second gap, and then brought me back. That wasn't really fun.
I don't know, something about your reaction time at the start. You just took off. No one was catching you.
I guess that's just a gift of youth.
Well, it's a pleasure having you here because you are A-grade S-tier driver, I swear to God.
Cheers, man.
That's all good. You got any shout-outs for the boys or anything?
Yeah, to my teammates, it was a strong quality to get all 4 of us through to Q3 and 3 of us to finish in the points. Great race for the team and the constructors.
Yeah, all about the constructors too. Can't forget about that.
Yeah, congratulations, mate, on your first podium of your rookie season. And I'll tell you
Cheers,
what,
man.
those starts, mate, you launch off that line amazingly. I'm going to be interesting to see if you can keep it up the front this season and put the challenges on. So, congratulations on your podium, man, and well done.
Cheers, man. Hopefully a good result next week in home Grand Prix in Albert Park.
Yeah, I think you and the other 19 drivers are thinking the exact same thing.
Great.
No worries, mate. Congratulations. And to No Bags, congratulations on your first podium interviews. Well done. That was actually pretty good, man. So well done to that. So we'll move on to the last part of the show here with your No Bags. And, of course, the season for the Academy has gotten off to a big starter. We go to Australia tomorrow night. You're in the running at the moment. Slow start for you this season. As a lot of the viewers at home may not be aware, last season you joined Southern Cross Academy. You went from PC racing to console racing and had to find an adjustment there. Picked up a podium in Singapore, I believe, so you'd be looking forward to that coming up. Raining, Singapore, night, it was chaos and you got a podium, so you got to be looking forward to Singapore coming.
What Tomo did.
But yeah, you're definitely on tomorrow night on the track, so we're looking out for you tomorrow and calling you on Academy. Guys at home, make sure you join us on Sundays at 6:30 p.m. for the pros. If you just missed it, go back and watch it on YouTube, Twitch, or our Facebook channel, and don't miss a thing. Get those notifications up there, guys, and don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Shout outs for tonight is TJSF1 and Lukey96. Thank you for the follows on Twitch tonight.
Thank you.
And shout out to all our guys commenting tonight. We had Links, Killshot, Brosa, Formula, Tomo, SJ commenting all night. White Chalk jumped in quickly there to throw a comment up. We had TJ commenting all night. Timmy jumped in for a shout for a while too. Killshot. If I say your name a couple of times, then I'm just going through and trying to pick up who I can. Tim Davison on YouTube. Shout out to you, mate. You commented a fair while tonight. And I think the only other one was Lukey for commenting. I know I hit you up for the following and that. But yeah, so Monday nights is Academy. Tomorrow night, you'll see drivers like this guy here. No Bags representing the Southern Cross boys. They'll be out on track tomorrow night in force. Unfortunately, I believe, going off what I've been told by our team captain, we are running 3 for ourselves tonight, much like the Silver Ferns did tonight in the pros. We'll be running 3 due to a driver, unfortunately, late notice pulling out, but he hasn't retired. He's just got work issues that he can't race. Don't forget to Thursday nights, guys, our show Talking Split with Sinner will be on. We apologise for not being able to bring it to you last week. Where we're from is had a massive storm and we were unable to do anything with the power surging, and unfortunately it's put a situation into the computer where we had to wait for it to update and everything too. So by the time the show time came around, we weren't even ready to have the computer, the computer wouldn't even turn on for us. So we do apologize for that, guys. We'll bring you a great show this Thursday. Make sure you jump on and join us. We'll bring you everything from tonight and the reviews from the stewards, as well as everything tomorrow night, plus all the real world stuff with the Real F1. We'll talk about all the liveries from the Real F1. If you are not working No Bags, we might even get you to jump on and join us and have a chat with us too. What do you think about that?
What day is it? Sorry.
Thursday, 7 p.m. Don't miss it.
Oh no,
no, you'll be at work, won't you? You got late night shopping, don't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to thank everyone that joined in tonight. I want to thank all our drivers. Of course, without our drivers, we wouldn't have a competition. But of course, you guys, the viewers, without you guys, we wouldn't have a show. And of course, I want to thank my partner in crime tonight, and hopefully for the rest of the pro season, my fellow driver and teammate, Mr. No Bags himself. Thank you very much for joining me tonight in the booth.
Oh, it's all good. It's been a pleasure.
You got any shout outs before we do end the show tonight?
Just shout out to all the boys, put it on the show. Just shout out to the Academy boys. Better put on the race tomorrow. It's Australia. Don't be in the graveyard, Jesus Christ. Let's just race fair, boys.
Yeah, the graveyard has claimed many of split-second souls. I can tell you that. No Bags being one of them. Myself in Season 2 being one of them. Early moments. So, but yes, as No Bags says, come and join us tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Monday nights. The Academy will hit the track before the pros hit it. So the pros don't hit this track until Sunday night next week. So if you want to see and hear all about it, see what the Academy boys do on it first, because I'll be running tomorrow night. No Bags, thank you very much for joining me. We're going to end the show here on such a high note, having your pretty face on the screen.
Put my hair up. I'll put it down next week.
No worries, mate. All good. Look, thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. And we'll definitely see you next week. It's going to be a great thing. Good luck tomorrow night in the race. For the Academy, best of luck. I know this is one of your better tracks. If you can get off past 5 laps, you usually tend to get past the graveyard, and then at least 2 laps out of your new fresh tyres. If you can make that 3rd lap, you'll finish. So hopefully,
if I come out of pits on fresh tyres, I have a 99% chance of spinning.
All right. Well, look, mate. Best of luck tomorrow night, and to all the boys in Academy tomorrow, best of luck. But for now, tonight's been the F1 Pro Season, round 2 at Saudi Arabia. Our winner was Rip the Bean. 2nd place was Formula for his first time, and for his first podium as well. In 3rd place was White Chocolate for the season. So a shout out to all those guys. A great race tonight. All the boys that raced tonight in the pros, you did amazing. So thank you very much. To all our viewers, thank you very much. Tonight has been a well-sorted race and set the tone for the rest of the season. We got 10 to go. But first off, tomorrow night, the Academy. Join us at 6:30 tomorrow night, where we go live from the home Grand Prix of Australia. Normally our last race of the season. It's now the 3rd race on our calendar here at Split Second. But until tomorrow night, he's been No Bags. I've been Cinder Phoenix. You've been watching Split Second Media. And this has been your Pros F1 season. And until tomorrow night, keep on gaming.
Just to die.